the best player on the Blazers, he's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable too, being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. And it's Hood in at the 3. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5. McCollum no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out. And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Now, here's Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Hezonja gets it to go. And you look at the shot chart from McCollum. He's a threat rate from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Now here's McCollum following the miss by Brook Lopez. Bucket is good.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
Matthews, no one around him. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Lillard outside. Over Bledsoe. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
That's a pretty quick trigger from Lillard. That's what allows him to nail those jumpers. Sometimes he realizes the D's a bit closer.
And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Middleton for 3. The shot that time not on target. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. To the middle. It's tipped. Feeds it to Lillard. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Bledsoe knows he's got the green light there to just rise up and shoot it. He did it there.
Lillard, the pass to Hood. Second chance shot. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Matthews. Back to Antetokounmpo. Great look, but off the mark.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Lillard from outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Can't lose sight of Bledsoe out there in a blur. And he's so good in transition.
Here's McCollum. Good D by Matthews. And so the first quarter is in the books. Bucks. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent. Let's play hard. Let's do it.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Put out there with Nurkic, and it's Whiteside in at the center, filling out the middle.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's the third youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Bucks, they lead by 4. And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. The three from McCollum. The rebound by Brook Lopez. McCollum's gone 1 of 4 from the field.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
6 on the shot clock. And here's Hill for 3, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. Matthews, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. Here's Whiteside. Here's Nurkic. And another shot. Nurkic missed it, even after all those chances. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And you got to hit Eric Bledsoe extra hard to prevent that type of scoring opportunity. Just too physical as a point guard.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Collins checked in for Whiteside. Tolliver comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little, he's checked in for Hood. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Damian Lillard. Bazemore on the wing. And the 3 off target.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Now here's Little. Following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Lopez. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 7. In the corner, it's Little. And here's McCollum for 3. Good D by Lopez. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Bazemore on the wing. Dishes it to Tolliver. And the drought lays it up off the glass. Tolliver's got his first basket. From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4. And
we've got third quarter of basketball.
Yeah, Madden should be like with the disc right over there. This one right here? Yeah, Madden should be in, like, there should be a 2K copy and a Madden copy. The rosters run on this one, I think. The rosters run on which one? This one. It's only got like 9 to like 9-1. Well, I'm gonna check that one, but Alright, let me know.
For you, 2 quarters in the books.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the second time. Just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year, training camp, establishing that type of confidence. It carried them through for the entire year.
Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Pass to Middleton. Lopez against Whiteside. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Trying to get open is Lopez. And again, the Bucks miss. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talk a lot about Bud ball. You add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play. They really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. .141 left in the third quarter. Here's McCollum. Whiteside trying to break free, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that time also a missed shot.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's foul number 2 for him. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Hill passes to Connaughton. To the inside. And stolen by Hezonja. Here's Hood. Finished off the break.
And after what was just a horrendous shooting performance in that first half, they're finally starting to find their rhythm here in the second.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Now Hood, after Chris Middleton missed from long range, and the basket by McCollum.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Middleton. Now Ilyasova. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. The Bucks working the ball around. Clock at 4. Back to Ilyasova. Over Whiteside. And the Bucks miss again.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going. I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
Bledsoe for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And so it's Portland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Kent Bazemore is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Little in at the 3 spot. Here's Lopez. That one misses. Great D that time from Nurkic. Knocked away and stolen by Ilyasova. And Bledsoe, here we go. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. Shots good by Middleton. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Lillard outside. Inside. Here's Little. Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Bucks trail by 11. Here's Lopez. No good on the 3. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Offensive rebound. Nurkic goes up again. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight. Bledsoe for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Portland.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Hassan Whiteside.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Collins, good.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Bazemore for 3. The rebound by Middleton. Off the mark.
Damian Lillard once commenting that Zach Collins has the potential to be a defensive player of the year. High praise.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on